We understand you have a brief statement, Ryan?
Yes, thank you guys. I've always maintained my innocence, and the facts came forward today. I'm very pleased with the result, and I want to thank everyone who supported me, my friends, family, teammates, the Sabres organization, the owners and management there. Also my counsel Dave Humphrey and my agent Pat Morris. It's a good day, and thank you.
Did you want to say anything about what happened in court? About how you saw everything play out?
I'd rather not. Thank you, though.
And how do you feel? There's got to be a sense, Ryan, of relief. Is there a sense of relief for you?
I'm just really glad to put this behind me. I know it's been an unfortunate situation, and it's just nice to get back and focus on training, preparing for next year.
So this has hung over you for all year. Was it difficult knowing that this, while you were playing this year, knowing that this was kind of hanging over your head?
Yeah, it was difficult. Definitely, I feel let a lot of people down just being associated with this situation. But I'm glad to put it behind me, and also all the media too. I think they've respected me, and I really appreciate that. So, thank you.
This is a simple case. Mr. O'Reilly has always said that he was innocent. He's disputed that he was the driver. The Crown's case was essentially a single eyewitness identification case. There were other witnesses, but on the crucial issue of identity, it all turned on the evidence of a single witness. You heard that witness. I don't know if you had an opportunity to see the photographs that were put into evidence, but essentially the witness said that the truck had penetrated deeply into the Tim Hortons, so much so that the entire front end of the truck was inside Tim Hortons, having smashed the glass and essentially filled the vestibule with truck right up to the tires of the truck. If you look at the photographs, the objective, undeniable evidence, it's clear that the bottom panel to that wall wasn't even bent. The truck never, to any extent, entered into Tim Hortons. It is a fundamental misrecollection by the one witness who purported to be able to identify Mr. O'Reilly as the driver. So in those circumstances, where the entire case depends on that one witness's identification, the Crown and the court correctly recognized that there was simply no reasonable chance of conviction. No one could ever be satisfied that Mr. O'Reilly was the driver on that evidence. That's what happened.
Now, we talked to Mary out here, the witness. She said that, yeah, she couldn't identify him as the driver who smashed through, but he was the driver that drove off.
Right, and in fairness to Mary Smith, that might be her honest belief, but the law is more sophisticated than convicting people on the evidence of one witness, however honest. The law of identification evidence is that we recognize that eyewitness identification is notoriously unreliable. We look for markers as to whether the witness is giving reliable evidence that's consistent with other evidence, so as to bolster their reliability. Again, in this case, the witness's evidence in relation to the truck crashing right through the wall and being inside Tim Hortons is objectively wrong. And it simply follows that if she could be so glaringly wrong about such a basic fact, she could be wrong in making the identification. And we say she is.
It goes directly to the frailties of eyewitness evidence, does it not, Mr. Humphrey? We see this in cases time and time again.
We do. It does. This is a single witness identification case. The identification was fundamentally flawed, and that's why there could be no result other than the acquittal that we've had today.
Were you surprised at how easy it was to disprove what she had said in her testimony?
I was always confident that the court would come to the conclusion that there was no reliable identification evidence. I was a little surprised at how glaringly obvious it was, frankly, even before I even got on my feet.
The only thing I can say is I know he was driving, he knows he was driving. Drunk driving isn't okay for anybody, no matter who you are. So
Now,
that's all I have to say.
How are you sure? How are you sure it was him?
Because I saw him, I'm not sure it was him that was driving when he hit the window, but it was definitely him driving when they left. And there was nobody else around except for him and his passengers. So there was no mystery driver in there. That's it. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Mrs. Smith.
Thanks.